Welcome back, Dodecadorks. We're the 12-Sided Guys. I'm Matt, and I play as Dirk Wagner. Yeah, that's right. We have Sabrina as Nora.
Hey there, folks.
Jordan as Sorric.
I doubt that.
Tana as Echo.
Hey, y'all.
And as the DM, it's Scott.
I assure you guys, I know what I'm doing.
All right, hey, Dodecadorks, it's July, and you know what that means? School's out for summer. Hell yeah, guys, I'm so stoked. School's out, sun's out, and I'm out all hours of the night. Curfews be damned.
Oh, bro.
Guys, I did need some new summer threads, so I went to the 12-Sided Guys shop for some hot summer fashion. Now I'll be keeping cool, looking cool, and all my neighbors will know that I'm cool and a Bahafma. So stoked.
Bro, you're dripped out like hell. Look at you aura farming.
Will they know that we're stealing their potatoes?
I was going to say nothing says cool like a shirt about getting pink eye.
Oh, yeah, and I spelled hot, H-A-W-T, in that last sentence. So what? I don't need some teacher correcting my spelling. It's summer.
School's out.
Yeah.
Hags.
Guys, we're so stoked you're spending part of your summer break with us. In all seriousness, we love playing D&D and making this show for all y'all. Even if joining Discord is not for you or Patreon isn't in your budget, we're just stoked to share our table with you.
Do you even go here?
Anyway, if you were ever doing some solo hacky sack out in the summer sun and knocked a seagull out of the air without even dropping the stack, then this podcast is for you. It's Reaper's Requiem, episode 24.
I played California games.
Yes, that's California Games. Fun. Okay, yeah, so that's my summer intro.
It's pretty good.
I'm so stoked. Kids are still saying stoked, right?
No, it's primo nito, as the kids
Dude,
say.
You're straight up like dripping with aura right now. No cap.
Cool beans.
Okay, so this is a letter that I haven't looked at the map in a second, but I'm assuming that at some point in Echo and Nora's travels, we would be able to stop by the Silver Lantern so that I could drop off a letter to one Nella Aelwif. Hey, are you okay? We're not leaving the city, not leaving you, but if there's something we ought to know about the Morents, can we meet up to talk, like, soon? I don't want to commit too much to writing, but I will say this. Dirk and Sorric talked to Duke Varnmore today, and it sounds like he's open to a temporary stay in power while things get sorted out. I kind of expected him to put up more of a fight, so either he's feeling pretty sure things will shake out in his favor and doesn't mind waiting a few more days, or he's lying through his teeth. Maybe both. Nora and I got attacked at the Temple District today, too. Well, mostly Nora, I guess. She's okay, but thanks more to divine intervention than any real help on my part. Praise be Mirren, and I think I gotta get some tips from Dirk on how to bodyguard better.
You made her throw up, and then she was better.
Yeah, you were literally my saving grace.
I think that was Celavia, but we weren't even up to anything super secret, just trying to contact the Silurans. We were thinking they might have some insight into everything that's been going on with the Reapings. Figuring that out should be good for everyone, right? But a couple of folks, likely from Ebon's Toll, came at us in the street. We assume they were sent by Varnmore, but maybe we can't rule out House Morent if you say Rennick's not to be trusted either. Anyway, assuming we aren't waylaid by another assassination attempt, I'm sure Nora would be open to counseling you on whatever it is you're worrying over. Send word when and where. We'll be there. Stay safe and talk soon. Echo. P.S. I'm including a copy of a library book I got just in case you need something to keep busy while you're laying low. I haven't read it yet, so no spoilers. And this means we do have to meet back up because I'm pretty sure the librarian will have my head if I don't return it to him. Thanks. The end.
Amazing.
That's
I
awesome.
love that so much. The last time we played, excellent recap. The only thing I'll add is after the meeting with Duke Grend and Duke Varnmore, the players, Dirk and Sorric, they found what looked to be a very strange hallway in this private meeting room that the Roselight Pavilion set up for them. And it seemed to clip out of reality. They looked down the hallway and there were gaps in the walls, and it seemed to be leading out into like a vast plane of a different plane than you guys are on right now. Just darkness for as far as you can see. That's the only thing I'll add. So right now where we're at, we have Echo and Nora with Sharn, and they are heading towards the temple quarter. They're going to the Saliran temple that is called the Ivy-Bound Altar. And Dirk and Sorric are still at the Roselight Pavilion. So why don't we, to decide who's going to go first, why don't we have one group roll initiative?
Go for it, Tana.
Okay, I have +0.
Go for it, Sorric.
Oh, god damn it. Nat 20, I guess.
Oh, wow.
I would have rather spent a nat 20 on something else, but that's fine. No, that's fine. It's
You
great.
got it. Yeah, I got a 15, so
Tana, you perfectly go first.
yeah.
Awesome. So it seems like, scrolling back up through the chat, there we rolled for the mental connection for 3 hours. So we have 2 hours left right now of being able to communicate between the parties while they are separated. So we will go first to the Ivy-Bound Altar, and I'd like Sorric and Dirk to maybe think about what they want to do and like try not to surprise me too much.
Hey, Sork, have you tried poking that leopard couch's penis? Like,
Sork turns beet red.
the
What?
texture's
No.
all like,
Why? That's so weird. Why would I do that?
the
I didn't
texture's
do
all
that.
weird.
Did somebody tell you I did that? And as for the texture, it was just weirdly soft and gentle, supple to the touch.
It was, but if you apply just a little more pressure, it was very firm, just a few centimeters deep.
Is it firm where it counts? Isn't that what we say? All right, so Echo and Nora, you guys make your way through the temple quarter towards the Ivy-Bound Altar. That's the name for the Temple of Salira in this part of the city. Just like with the Temple for Mirren, the Sanctuary of Still Tongues, most of the city has like paving stones, and it's there's not a lot of greenery, but the grounds of the temple are actually it's actually like grass, and there's trees and plants growing around. You notice that the building is a 2-story building. It's a bit narrower and smaller than the Sanctuary of Still Tongues, but there's ivy growing ground to roof, kind of covering this whole building. There must be some sort of magical protections preventing the roots and from getting into the mortar and affecting the durability of the actual building, because it looks like it's just infested with ivy, but it is kind of on theme for Salira. As you guys approach, you do see a couple of things. There's one of the scandal squires is on the streets, kind of hawking a newspaper. There's also a few of the scale-sworn acolytes kind of walking about. They are in dark green, sometimes like dark blue robes. They usually have like a pendant with like a scale on it. There's like embroidery of ivy and such on the hem of their robes and their cowls for those that have their heads covered. So that's kind of what you see as you're like walking the grounds and approaching. But you guys are actually walking with Harla Voss. She is also dressed as a priestess of Salira. She's a middle-aged woman. She's got dark hair. She's dressed a little bit more finely than the regular acolytes. Her robes are a little bit more, they're silken. She's got instead of having like the white etching on the hem like most of the other acolytes have, she's actually got like fully dark green robes with like a sash that she wears that has this like rose, or pardon me, this like ivy and scale motif kind of running up and down it. She is walking with you guys towards the altar. So any conversations that you guys might have been having or wanted to have with her, we can kind of jump in right from there.
You said her name was Harla Voss?
Yes. Her name is Harla Voss. And just to remind the players, she's the wife of the Thorn Maiden that runs the temple for Celira.
Who's definitely a man.
It's like the Phenomenon Mom. Yeah, the Phenomenon Mom in Bob's Burgers.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Lady Voss, is there by any chance a man in your order by the name of Holt? Darren Holt, I think?
Are you sure it's not Steve Holt?
That she says, yes, I did know Scalesworn Holt. He served here many years. A dear friend. He had been struck with some sadness of late, but I'm sorry to inform you, but he passed away last night. Seemingly unrelated to the reapings, because we can remember him. Otherwise, you wouldn't have said anything.
Yeah, definitely. I would not have said anything.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry to hear that. Was it preventable? What happened?
Maybe we'll go into some of those details a little later, but I don't know that it was preventable.
To pass on the night of a reaping, that seems, well, I guess at least he's remembered, but that seems like an ill omen.
She looks at Echo and Nora and Shar, and she kind of looks at the three of you, and she says, I am choosing to remember the version of Darren from many, many years ago.
Echo was feeling so bad about that night that we encountered him and he was not doing well, and we were just like, bye. See you, dude. Not to grill you on other members of your order, but I think there were a couple other folks that we wanted to ask about. One of them was named Erendil, I think, and the other one, maybe, I don't know his name, but he had scars on his face. Do either of those sound familiar to somebody who was once affiliated with your order?
So, scars on his face? No, I'm not familiar with any priests. None of the acolytes, the Scalesworn, here at our temple have scarred faces. We don't. It's not a practice. Self mutilation isn't a practice of Celiran worship. But I guess the scars could be from something else. So to answer your question, no, there's no one that would fit that description.
Do you know of any practices that have scar mutilation on their face? Like, did that stir something in her, or was she just saying?
She says, now, I guess we're getting into worship of some of the Forsworn with this, but it's been documented that those that follow Velnara oftentimes do practice that sort of thing. I personally find it distasteful, but I am not one to tell another how to worship their deity.
No, of course not. Teach their own. I did not realize that they took that kind of practice. That's interesting.
Yes, indeed. I couldn't fathom worshipping any of the Forsworn, so I guess it's a mindset that I just couldn't step into myself.
Yeah. Boo to the Forsworn.
I mean, I suppose you gotta have an open mind being a cleric and all, you know? Anything's
Nailed it.
possible.
I rolled a deception check saying boo to the to the Forsworn, and I got a nat 1
Okay.
for 3.
Nice. I love it. I also rolled pretty low on either of them to notice, but I think both of those are still better than that one. Yeah. So as you guys are continuing walking, she's pleasant, she's cordial, kind of open. She isn't asking any questions outright to you, Nora, but she's like eyeing you out of the corner of her eye more than anybody else in the group. As you guys approach, there is you do notice a soldier standing outside of the actual temple. The soldier's wearing chainmail armor, kind of like white and silver, like tabard and cloak. And then the accents on the color is kind of like an orange, some sort of design on the tabard as well. You won't need to make a check for this. This is a soldier of Senvara, so someone from the Senvara family is also here this morning at the temple. And then there's also a scandal squire up in the street.
I mean, we definitely need a daily, like, we haven't gotten today's newspaper yet, have we?
No, and we were also out of it last night. We didn't get the midnight paper either.
Oh man.
We better stop by that scandal squire and just pick one up.
I mean, we probably should, right?
Yeah, Nora will go up to the scandal squire and ask, do you, for today's paper, and if you also have last night's, that would be wonderful.
I do not understand. Last night's paper? We
Yes.
did not have visitors last night.
Visitors? You didn't have visitors?
No. Most of the city was quiet.
I can
Was
imagine.
was all of the city quiet?
No. Those that I saw were acting funny.
Wait,
But still, you should have the paper from last night.
I do not understand what you're asking me.
Just put a coin in his butt crack and get if he needs it.
hey, he might know some things.
Well, today's paper would be good, at least. Let's get that.
While he's dispensing the paper, Echo is going to say to him, "Hey, keep your eyes peeled, because tomorrow we might be in the paper."
In the paper? Like, inside me where I print?
Yes.
I have a compartment here where they load me with newspaper, blank ones, in the back.
I'm 40% paper, baby.
My reservoir for ink is here on the left side.
Well, don't tell us all your secrets.
Please pump me full of fluid.
So I've just handed the players the newspaper for this morning, written by Sindral Vane.
Another ducal succession.
Incredible.
Yes.
Rosvane awoke this morning to the tolling of yet another funeral bell. During last night's reaping, the ruler of House Morent was claimed. As always, the name of the departed has already slipped beyond memory, leaving only the empty place they once occupied. By right of succession, Rennick Morent now bears the title of Duke of Sinvara. The young Duke inherits not only the banners of his house, but also the largest standing army in Narravethis. Though many speak well of his upbringing, few can ignore the burden that now rests upon his untested shoulders. With the kingdom already mourning one sovereign, another unexpected succession has left the realm uneasy. Duke Calver Varnmore of Valmirith arrived in Rosvane yesterday to stand alongside the other great houses during this afternoon's funeral procession. His presence has already become the subject of quiet discussion throughout the capital, as many regard him as one of the kingdom's most measured voices during these uncertain days. With the Morent succession, it is far more likely that he will be the new ruler of Narravethis. The two rulers have now been taken in so few weeks, The kingdom remembers the crowns they wore, the offices they held, and the works they left behind. Only the names are gone. By Syndrel Vaymar, Editor-in-Chief.
God, what a brown noser.
Seriously. And what does he mean their works live on? He doesn't know that. He wouldn't know what he forgot. Idiot.
Sharn laughs. She says, "Yeah, there's a clear bend to his leaning. Might be worth visiting at some point."
Oh God! Now we're gonna fight the liberal media.
Look, I know we're busy. I just, might be a thread to pull.
I mean, we're already working on the executive branch. What's working on the fourth branch of government as well?
There you go. All right. Anything else you want to ask this Squire Echo? Did you want to interrogate him some more?
Listen,
his whereabouts last night?
He said that only some of the city was quiet and that the people he saw were acting weird. I just think that maybe it is worth asking him who he saw.
Oh, what did you see that was weird last night, Squire?
The sentient folk were acting out of the ordinary.
Sentient.
Oh, you're sentient, bud.
How so?
Do I have a soul?
I think if you're asking that question, that's what matters.
If Dirk were here, he'd tell you the difference between sentient and sapient.
Oh, there you go.
He's probably explaining it right now to Sorric. I do not know. This is something that weighs heavy on me as I stand here on the corner.
Well, good luck with that.
Thank you.
Okay.
I will see you tomorrow.
Well, we probably won't be here seeing you, but we'll see one of your siblings.
Yes.
All right. Let's go in. I'm sorry.
Are they siblings?
I don't know. I did not put that much effort into the lore.
My brothers and sisters. No.
Well, that's so sad. That means they could never marry one of their kind because it'd be incest.
Oh no.
So lonely.
I am doomed forever to be alone.
Oh no, he's like an incel robot now.
So you guys are back at the front of the temple for Celira. The ivy-bound altar. I need you guys to make a quick perception check as you're walking up.
13.
14.
Okay. Nora, as you're walking towards the front door, something catches your eye kind of on the far side of the temple. So as you're walking up to the front door, you see that there's a guard standing. This isn't like a posting or a position for him. He's just kind of standing there waiting. You look past him and you see just to the south, make sure you can see, yeah, you can kind of see it. Just to the south of the actual temple and building where a congregation and sermons would take place. There's another kind of auxiliary building, it looks like. You can see a small path kind of leading south, heading towards that. You see someone kind of step out of view, into behind that building. So kind of you see movement of someone stepping away and hiding from view that direction.
Do they look like they're in the robes of the ivy robes, or a random person?
They are in regular looking clothes.
Oh, I'm gonna grab Sharn and Echo, and I'm gonna say, oh, looks like this building's got some really interesting architecture, and start moseying on down here.
Nora, we're worried about don't we have more pressing things to worry about than building architecture?
I just almost died today. I think if I want to spend my afternoon appreciating some nice architecture, we have the time for it.
Harlow will step off the path with you, and she'll say, "Oh, this is where we have our bunks and kind of a library for our scale-sworn priests and priestesses. If you'd like, I can show you through. But if we're trying to find my husband, I can also bring him. It might be worthwhile for us to meet him in a sitting room. We have kind of a reading room in the front here, and I can show you the way. And so she kind of starts walking with you towards the door here.
Cool. Can I see any sign of anybody? Did they scuttle away?
Where do you go?
I'm gonna keep walking towards the door, but I'm kind of gonna, before I round the corner here, like I kind of want to. It was
the south side of the building.
Then I'll kind of just walk past the pathway just a little bit, like still towards the door, but I'm gonna kind of walk around the corner to check out this architecture, see if I can see anything.
Yeah. So I won't make you re-roll the check. You see kind of as you like round that corner, you see someone duck around the next corner away from you.
Echo, did you see that?
No. What?
Oh, there's a person who's spying around here. Don't worry about it. Come appreciate this architecture.
Harla says, "Are you sure? I can go get my husband. Where are you going?"
Yeah, go grab your husband. I love old buildings. It's so great. Love what you're doing with the vines. Just want to check it out.
Okay, I will come to the door again, and I'll come find you after you're
Great, can't wait.
done walking the grounds. Okay, how far are you gonna go?
I'm gonna go till you tell me to stop. Until I get killed again.
Yeah.
Echo is staying so close.
You get to that corner there, and you see that the building does indeed kind of turn. It looks like it's like off center a little bit, like the way that this kind of auxiliary like library / living quarters for these priests. It's kind of like funky design as far as like how it's built, but it just like is a 5-foot like step in, and then it continues out a little bit. And you've been able to look into some of these like windows as you're kind of walking past. You can kind of see in. It's very like sparsely decorated. There's a couple of paintings here and there of Celira and of kind of like motifs of scales, that sort of thing. But overall, pretty plain inside the building. You don't see anybody walking around in those hallways that you've been passing. But as you turn this corner, Echo, I need you to make like an athletics check.
Oh, okay. I have a +6 to this, but I rolled a 4, so I got a 10.
Oh, okay.
Oh, man.
Echo, out of nowhere, a familiar gnome tackles you.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
She's back to her brown-haired look. So she's got her kind of glasses on, she's got brown hair and big kind of floppy gnome ears. She kind of tackles you and it kind of knocks you onto the ground. And she says, "I didn't think you guys were gonna see me this fast. I was gonna try to surprise you in there."
Nothing gets past, well, Nora specifically. Plenty of things are getting past me.
Nothing makes you more observant than almost dying.
Yeah, I wait, almost dying. Oh, the letter. Yes. What happened? She's still like has you tackled on the ground.
Well, some I don't know, people that looked like they were not doing so well, but had really nice shoes. Like, tried to shank Nora.
Oh.
Well, successfully shanked Nora, I guess.
Did they have tattoos of like bells?
I don't know if we saw any tattoos. One of them got away, and Nora kind of burned all the skin off of the other one, I think.
Yeah, they usually have some, like you can usually find like bell tattoos on them. That sounds like Evan's toll.
Oh yeah, we did kind of figure that part out. We found a rhyming note on them, and that kind of clued us in. But
yeah.
Good to know we're correct.
Yeah. So why are you guys coming to the temple for Celira?
Same reason you are. What are you doing here?
I got a note from Echo, and I wanted to, see how you're doing, Echo. How are you doing?
I'm good. Are you okay? Your last letter did not sound like you were doing so hot.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty nervous about where I stand. I like where I'm at now, but, not where I'm at with the Morents.
Well, I wanted to ask, you mentioned Rennick's not the most trustworthy guy. Could you elaborate on that? He gives me weird vibes, too.
I think petulant is a word I would use to describe him.
Okay. So kind of just, he's a bratty guy more than he's not like super conniving, gonna, send Eben's toll after me to kill me for some reason or something weird.
Oh, wait, they were like trying to kill you specifically.
Yes, it was very much a Nora-centric episode, if I say so myself.
Wow. I'm sorry. I had no idea. No, as far as I know, he wouldn't do that. I don't know why he would need to. No, I mean, I worked for... I don't remember. But I don't think I hated them.
No, the matriarch wasn't. She didn't seem terrible. And to be honest, the boy seemed nothing more than, as you said, petulant. But I thought maybe he might be worse than he seemed.
I don't know. I just don't feel safe anymore. So I'm trying to figure out what I want to do.
Well, I mean, our offer still stands. If you want to throw in with the Duke, somebody that you can actually remember their name.
Well, I mean, I can't just change employers. I mean, there's got to be a non-compete that they'll make me sign.
Those are illegal in most duchies.
Are
Plus,
they?
good luck reading the name on the contract.
Yeah, Nora winks and says, "I'm sure I can get you a contract that nobody can dispute."
Well, I don't know. I just would hate for him to retaliate against me if I just started traveling with you guys or whatever. So I'm gonna lay low for a little bit. She kind of gets to her knees and she puts a hand on one of your hands, Echo.
Oh.
She says, "I'm gonna lay low, but I'll be close. I'll try to be close as often as I can." So.
Okay, yeah. I mean, anytime you want to... We've got honestly a lot of contracts lined up. I think we have to... Well, there's a lot, so...
Yeah, so just, if you need me, you know where to reach out to me. I'm just going to be laying low, so...
Okay. I mean, yeah, don't be a stranger. Echo's gonna, squeeze her hand.
She says, yeah, no, I mean, I hope not to be a stranger.
Nora's over here checking out the architecture. She's walked over here and she's really looking at this architecture.
What she's saying is a very heavy-handed wink wink. I want you to know me.
Sorric is getting Dirk to play-by-play, and he's like, "Oh man, I thought I was bad at this."
Guys, I have said this so many times. We have known her name for 24 hours at this point. It is,
Yeah.
She is a stranger still.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's true,
Echo
but she's
has a-
cute.
It's coming on
It's
hot and
true.
heavy, Sometimes
Yeah.
it just clicks.
Seriously.
I mean,
Jordan gets
Don't
it.
let us bully you into a relationship with the cute gnome that any one of us would date.
But also let us bully you into this relationship with the cute gnome.
I mean, do you want to stick around while we're in the temple today?
I mean,
Or I guess we saw, is Rennick here?
I don't know. No, Rennick's not here. I saw Albrecht. His dad is here.
Oh, I mean, was House Morin kind of affiliated with the Silurians more? Was that there?
I mean, maybe Albrecht was. That sounds right. We use Hearthbinder Jory Cobb is the one that typically would advise.
I wonder what they're doing with the Silurians then.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can worship whoever you want.
Yes, but to come here the day after a huge reaping of your spouse?
There's just like a big temple to Iroh near the capital of Sinvara. So I think that's why they typically have Pathfinders for their counselors.
But I mean, if you don't think, does your little disguise work on Albrecht? Would he recognize you? Because you could stick around with us while
Well,
we're.
I could, and I hope this is like doesn't make it like weird, but like I could look like an orc too. Like I don't have to just look like no. Like I can.
Wait, yes, I want to see that.
Cool. Yeah, it just takes a sec, and she kind of rubs her face a little bit. She starts mumbling some magic words, and her skin.
Am I going to be traveling with like the two smallest orcs in the world?
Yes.
Oh yeah, does she stay tiny?
She stays tiny. She stays the same. Because I think the disguise self spell just is like, I think you can grow like a few inches, but I don't think you can like change your size.
Baby orcs, do.
Somebody else's hand will go right through your head if you try to make yourself that tall too.
yes. Yeah. So she still has the same. Actually, her hair turns back to more close to like its original like tealish color. So she's got kind of like more of like an olive, like darker green skin color, than like more teal hair. She still has the same like face shape, and she's wearing glasses, and she's still wearing kind of like the brown clothes that she's in, that she was in before. She says, "Yeah, this one, this might work. This will probably work."
You look great.
Yeah, you look really great, actually.
Oh, cool. I mean, like, hopefully you like what I like actually look like too.
I mean, yeah. I'm just saying that this is a new one, and you also look real cute.
Oh, thanks. Cool. So what are you guys trying to do here?
That's a great question. I thought we were gonna find some information about some beads that we found, but I don't know. So far, they haven't really known. They haven't seemed to know kind of the information that we're after.
Well, we're gonna meet with the what was it, Maidenhead?
The Thorn Maiden?
Thorn Maiden.
Yeah, the Thorn Maiden. Thorn Maiden's head.
Yeah.
I believe it's called Iron Maiden.
Yes. Yes.
Who's not a girl. I thought the Thorn Maiden would be a girl, but
Oh, no, not a girl. Yeah, I think his name's Ilawan.
Yes, I think his wife was gonna bring us here, or bring him here to us. So we should probably head back. I think my architecture excuse might have been a little flimsy, but we'll go with it.
might have been.
I'm sure it worked. Maris will follow you guys around the corner. We're gonna go and we're gonna pause there for now, and we're gonna go check in on Sorric and Dirk. Where do you guys go after leaving the meeting?
What time of day is this? This is kind of early in the day, isn't it?
Yeah, it's probably like right after breakfast.
Do you want us to like go keep an eye out where Nora and Echo are? Like, if we need to, keep an eye out for Ebon's Toll. Sounds like they've been hired to kill Nora specifically. They may not be after us, and we might be able to see somebody, creeping on them.
Yes, no, I think it's a good idea. I mean, they were waylaid and attacked en route to the temple, so I think it makes sense that we maybe try to reconnect with them as quickly as possible.
Yeah, even if we don't actually reconnect, because you can still talk to them in your head, right?
Right. Yes.
Even if we don't, we can connect with them that way. But we may stay out and just try to observe and see if we notice anybody paying undue attention to where they are.
Clever. Almost a trap within a trap. Trapception.
Yeah.
My physical
Awesome.
trainer once called it trapception, the ability for me, like how my traps were developing from the pull-ups I was doing.
Amazing. As you guys start walking maybe outside of the pavilion and onto the grounds, and you see a familiar face approach you from one of the benches on the grounds of the Roselight Pavilion. Denny Tratter was sitting outside. He hurriedly runs up to you, Sorric, and he says, "Sorric, I've been looking all over for you this morning."
Ah, Denny, my old friend. How are you?
Good. I just thought it would be good for us to go and take a look at the graveyard where the funeral procession is going to take place, the Silent Bloom Fields. Thought it might be worth our time to go and maybe spend a minute there and make sure that it's safe. Take a quick look at the grounds, and then I just want to make sure that the Duke is protected while we're there.
Perhaps it's not a bad idea that we go and inspect the grounds. Yes.
Oh no! Now Sorric's gonna get shanked.
Yeah. I can't remember. Does Denny know that we can remember? Yeah, he must know.
We have never said it explicitly in his presence, but we have said it to the Duke and to Sharn, and I think Kirkman might have been there also, and we never told them not to tell.
Actually, I don't think we showed Sharn either, but I did think we told her eventually. Maybe.
I think she was there at the Silver Lantern.
Okay.
When you guys were talking about it.
Yeah.
So, if you guys were headed out, I don't know if you guys were headed somewhere else, but that's where I was going. I thought we could go together.
Perhaps we can do a quick diversion. Dirk, would you mind accompanying us?
Yeah, I'll keep an eye out I'll watch your six as we head
Thank
over
you.
there. Hasn't been very safe since the reaping happened. People can't even remember their parents or their bosses or where
Indeed.
Thanks for cutting me off. Dirk was about to say where they get their secret paychecks from.
Why don't you guys both make an insight check?
19. Not bad.
You get the idea. So he said that he was heading that direction. He clearly had been waiting for you, or waiting, had not left. He was sitting on the grounds. Seems like something is bothering him, and he wanted specifically to meet up with you, Sorric.
Yeah, I got an 18 as well. So,
Dirk, you think that he heard what you said, but he's not. His mind is somewhere else.
I think seeing this, Sork doesn't trust him, but maybe seeing kind of I don't know, I'm guessing maybe almost like a panicked confusion is that a way to think of how he's behaving?
Yeah.
Sork might actually kind of have some pity on him. So I think while they're en route to where the funeral will take place, to the graveyard, I think Sork will kind of whisper, walking alongside Denny. He'll just say, "You seem bothered. What's on your mind?"
and I will say Dirk is following them. He made his maul appear as soon as he was behind them, and he's walking with it over his shoulder, ready to pounce if need be.
Okay. Denny, it takes him a minute. He kind of has a couple of false starts where he's and then he waits a minute. He kind of grumbles a little bit. And he finally kind of launches into it, and he says, "Sorric, I don't know what it is, but I feel like I keep getting left out of what's going on with everything. You probably know better than the others. Maybe you're probably the closest confidant to the Duke outside of Sharn. Is everything good? What's going on?"
To be honest, Denny, there's a lot that's going on. obviously, things have dramatically shifted with the, call it, changing of the leadership for the Velmirith Duchy. There's been a lot of introduced volatility to the political situation. We are well aware of the intentions of Duke Varnmore. We're also well aware of the disposition of Duke Grend to do what's right. This entire city sits on a powder keg right now, and that would be hard enough if the ground beneath the keg wasn't also shifting. So we find ourselves in a very tenuous situation. It's a moment where each of us should perhaps assess what we value most, where our priorities lie, and what, well, frankly, where our loyalties also lie. He's not going to say that accusatorily or anything like that, but he's not necessarily trying to like tip his hand that he knows something, but he definitely wants Denny to start thinking like, look, this is a decision point. There's going to need to be some decisions made.
Okay. I made some rolls for him as you were talking to kind of see what he understood from you. He says, yeah, it's just, I don't know. I just never expected this trip to be as tense as it is, I guess. I don't know. I guess I feel like I keep getting left out of like the important meetings. I was looking for the Duke this morning, and by the time I found him, he'd already met with Duke Varnmore, and I wasn't even involved. I don't know. I just, you'd tell me if something was up, right?
Certainly. Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Would you tell us if something was up?
So I got a 17 on a deception roll.
Okay.
So he is going to try to put Denny at ease, but I think Sorc is actively trying to weigh out, like, when do I just call him out on this? But is there a way, though, that I can call him out on this in such a way where it's like, look, Denny, we know you are an individual with skill and talent. This double agent life isn't going to work. So you need to decide where your loyalties lie.
Meanwhile, Dirk back there is hearing all this going on, and he's thinking, oh shit, does Denny not even remember that he was a double agent? Was his contact the Duchess, and now that she's gone, he doesn't even remember that was what he was doing?
Valid questions. Actually, I think that before we even get to the graveyard, I think Sorc might actually pull Denny aside and just be very blunt with him, because there's a time for deception when there's additional information to be gleaned, but knowing that the Duchess has passed, and likely that has kind of scrambled Denny's ability to understand what's going on, there's probably no point in maintaining deception here. So it probably makes more sense to kind of solidify who's on our team at this point. So I think that's exactly what Sorc's going to do. Before we get to the graveyard, before we get to, if there was going to be an ambush, before we get to a place where Denny could have prepped such an ambush, I think Sorc is going to pull him aside and say, look, Denny, you're an intelligent individual. You have been kept out of certain conversations, and I will put it bluntly, your loyalty has come into question. We have credible reason to believe that you were conspiring with the former leader of the Velmirith Duchy. Now, you're an individual of extreme talent. I have respect for you. This hurts deeply to hear of your betrayal on this. And before you get a chance to refute those claims, I just want to make something very clear. Our list of allies is relatively thin at this point, and it is important for us to understand who we can trust where people's loyalties truly lie at this time. So you can either pledge your loyalty to the Sinvara Duchy and to Rennick Morent, or you need to come clean to speak with Duke Grend and work to reobtain his good graces and his trust. We don't doubt your ability and your capability, but we need to know that we can trust you completely and absolutely.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh gosh, only a 13. Actually, I'm going to use one of my Fiosrock things to roll a burst of clarity to see if this will change this into a successful roll. I don't know what the outcome would be, but it's a +5 to it, so an 18.
Okay. I would consider this a success.
Okay, cool.
But it may not look like it at first, so we'll kind of... You've successfully swayed him. Denny kind of... I imagine you guys like have stopped walking, and you're just like kind of standing in the streets at this point. He looks down. He's not making good eye contact anymore with you. He says, I thought I had kept it hidden so well. I'm Sorric, I am truly sorry. I know that this sort of thing does happen in our line of work. I hope that you don't think that I am... Well, you said it yourself. You do say, you said that you value my skills. I know that trust is hard to win back. I'll be frank, I don't know what comes next for me. I like the Duke Grend enough, and I guess I would like him more than Rennick, but I don't know. At this point, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So it would be dishonest for me to give you any leaning one way or another.
I understand. In total honesty, Denny, if you're not with us completely, we cannot risk having you within our retinue.
Or going to second locations with you unprepared.
Oh, I see what you think now.
Understand this, Denny. Others have come and have already tried to assassinate members of our retinue just today.
I haven't heard anything.
Yes, you wouldn't have.
Yeah, because you're an untrustworthy bitch.
I mean, I'm not familiar with any sort of mark out for anyone in the retinue.
Are you associated with Admidst Toll?
I have used their services on occasion, but I'm not aware of any sort of hideout for anyone in our retinue.
Understood. Nevertheless, an attack did take place just this morning. I will make something very clear here and give you an opportunity. If you do have connections to Admidst Toll, which again, individuals in our line of work, that's bound to happen. But if you can tell us the location of where we might be able to find someone or their lair or their hideout, where we can be able to obtain some information about why this is going on and the forces behind these contracts, that would be of tremendous value to us. If you do this for us, that may go a long way to help calm the ire of Duke Grend.
I can't promise that I'll work for the Duke, but out of respect for you, I'll put together a meeting. Today's going to be mostly funeral stuff and the procession, and there's supposed to be like a meal afterwards.
Will they have funeral potatoes?
I don't know.
Was that thieves' cant? I heard potatoes.
The ones with the cornflakes on the top? Or like what kind of funeral potatoes are here? Yeah.
Eat cream of mushroom soup, sour cream, all kinds of cheese.
Mm.
You know, hash browns or cubed potatoes. Corn. You can do potato chips or corn flakes, and then a layer of grated cheese over the top.
Mm.
If you're not from Utah, try that recipe. It's delicious.
That sounds good.
That's our second edition of Cooking Corner.
That's right.
Oh my gosh, absolutely.
I'll set up a meeting. I do have a contact. After dusk, I'll take you there to my contact.
Very well. Let's rendezvous just outside the Roselight Pavilion.
Okay. Again, I'm not trying to rejoin under the Duke's banner. This is me trying to say sorry, and it's not personal.
Again, to be very blunt, friendships have been lost because of your actions. But it doesn't mean that we need to become enemies.
Mm.
And I hope that we can understand that.
And just know that as far as I'm concerned, the whole it's not personal thing is total bullshit. Because you put my life in
Preach,
danger.
Dirk.
You put my life in danger. You put the Duke's life in danger. That's as personal as you can get.
That's fair. Thank you for sharing how you feel.
Next time I won't use my words.
Oh, Dirk's so scary. He's so bad.
I'll roll an intimidation check, but
I was just going to ask for that.
my charisma's quite low. Oh, that's still a 17 with a
Jinkies.
-1. Yeah, so I rolled an 18 for a 17.
Denny has seen you fight, and he nods his head, and he says, "I have no desire to be on the receiving end of your maul, or Zweihander, or Great Axe."
I'll step back 5 feet with my arms folded.
He says, the graveyard is just around the bend here. I think I'll let you guys go and visit it. I've got much to think on.
Understood.
And he says, bids farewell and starts walking the other direction down the street.
I can understand an enemy soldier, right, being sworn, but they're out in the sworn to their liege and their country or whatever. But at least they're out in the open about where their allegiances lie. You live in a world I do not want to inhabit, Sorric.
I understand. People like Denny and people that thrive in my line of work are opportunists. What they seek, whether it's always power. Frankly, whether it's through money or through influence or through whatever other means they can obtain, that's what they desire. And in a way, that can make them very easy to understand. You know that that's what it all comes down to. The unfortunate side of that is that very few people are actually trustworthy. It is tiring, to say the least, at times.
What does that say about you, though, Sorric? Am I putting too much trust in you? I mean, I'm asking you that kind of tongue-in-cheek, but honestly, can I trust you? I know that you say that you care for the Duke, and you seem to be all in on him. But, your profession says something about you, I guess.
You're wise to ask the question. I'll tell you honestly my feelings on the matter. Clearly, I come from the same world as Denny. I have done things that I am not proud of, and I have worked for people that would be rather, let's just say, you would not think highly of me if I were to tell you who they were. Fortunately, those were many years ago. After dealing with the exhaustion of constantly having to watch my back, constantly questioning and measuring the motives and the desires and the character flaws of those with whom I was working, I was tired. Deep in my soul, I felt tired from all of it. And when I met Duke Grend, it felt like a breath of fresh air because there was no guile within him. There were no Hadokens, no tiger uppercuts. There was...
What about...
Sorry.
Amazing.
No, but he genuinely was a person of high moral character. And for once, I've thought to myself, here is an individual who deserves to actually have some power and control, not because he seeks it, but because he is worthy of it. And I thought that perhaps maybe that would give some value to the skills that I have, because perhaps I'm still too much of a cynic, but just because he is a worthy individual and a good individual, unfortunately, I don't think that those alone are enough to keep and maintain control or power. I think he has to be able to get his hands dirty, and he won't, which is a good thing, but I will. So perhaps I can be that blade in the darkness. I can be that hand behind the back that's willing to play the dirty game, so that way the Duke can stay focused and maintain his moral character the way that it is.
The left hand.
He kind of nods to that.
I appreciate you being frank. I'll still be Dirk, though.
You guys round the corner and approach the graveyard here. It's just south of the petaled throne. In fact, to the north wall of this graveyard, you see the ramparts of the castle walls rising up above this graveyard. There's kind of an iron barred fence kind of all running all around it, and then a massive gate, like a 15-foot wide gate entrance leading into the actual grounds. The grounds themselves are very neatly kept. There's rows and rows of gravestones. There's a bunch of mausoleums as well, and a big fountain kind of in between two of the larger mausoleums that you see. There's a nice paved brick road running through the grounds. A couple of things that you notice as you're looking through, there are a handful of the petaled guards, so the guards that report directly to the throne. Then you also see a handful of the Senvara soldiers kind of milling about. There's one at the entrance gate, chatting with one of the petaled throne guards. Then you see a couple more of the Senvara guards further inside, and you see a familiar halfling general, Sora Delm, who I believe Dirk was the only one that had direct conversation with her in the past. Dirk and Kirkman were chatting with her in an earlier episode. Sora is the general of the Senvara army. She is chatting with one of the petaled throne guards in the middle of the graveyard. There's one other thing you see as well. There is a kind of plump gnome woman. You've seen her on a couple of maps, but nobody has interacted with her yet. Brown-haired, kind of plump gnome girl, woman, not girl. She's having a heated conversation with an orc right out front of the gates, on the inside of the gates to the grounds of the graveyard. They're kind of having a heated discussion. That's kind of what you see as you approach the graveyard.
Do we still want to go in? I mean, I don't think it was a trap, but it could have been a trap from Denny, even if he's not here. It's pretty wide open, though.
It would be too brazen. Yeah, it's too brazen to try to attack somebody right at where the funeral will be taking place. It's just too...
Yeah, out in the open.
Yeah, the blade will come in the shadow for Grend.
I don't think it'd hurt to take a lap and then maybe meet up with Echo and Nora.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Let's see if they'll even let us in the first place.
Yeah, I think Sorric will approach some of the petaled guards, petaled knights, and will say, I am Sorric Blackmere with Duke Grend's retinue. I wish to inspect the grounds prior to the events of this evening, or this afternoon.
Oh there, Sorric. You're expecting someone, at least from... we already have someone from the Morent retinue. I assume someone will probably come from the Varnmore one as well. But here, let me get the gate for you. And he opens the gate.
All right, I'll walk in, and I'll get close enough that I'll try to be able to overhear some of this argument that's happening just inside the gate.
Yeah, make a perception check as you guys walk in.
Is this gnome woman one of the ones that we ignored in the baths? Was she in the baths?
She was in the baths.
Okay.
She was in two. She's been in 2 maps, and I can't remember what the other one is. Oh, she was in the Roselight Pavilion Tavern as well.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Dirk got a 7 perception.
Okay.
Sorric got a 15.
Dirk, you hear more like tones and like emotions. You don't hear like crisp words. You don't like hear the actual dialogue. The orc, he's like towering over her, but he doesn't have like the bearing of like, being like a higher station. She clearly has the higher station than him, kind of just by like their body language. But he's pretty frustrated. And like holding it back, not very well. Sorric, you hear the woman. She says, the first thing I need you to do is take down all of these damn notes that you put up all over the graveyard. I don't care what you think Colm is doing. Take these notes down. The funeral is a few hours away. And the orc, he kind of bristles. He says, that damn Colm keeps getting in these grounds. I don't know what he's trying to do. He's messing with the graves.
This is Colm. This is the prior. Is this the prior Duke?
Uh-huh.
Yes. This is the prior
The one
Duke
who was
of
having the essence of wetness, or the concept of wetness delivered to the funeral.
Do I see any of these notes?
Yes, there is a note taped to, pasted to one of the pillars, kind of like as you walk in. And this is what it says. Let me share it with you.
Man, too much money, too bored. Just
Sometimes you gotta do a little grave robbing.
He's become the Larry Ellison of Narravethis. Like,
It says, to whoever keeps sending Lord Colm into my cemetery, please tell him the dead are poor sports. This is the 3rd time this season he has hidden painted skulls behind headstones. The widow of Sir Brenner nearly fainted after one began laughing. The grounds are sacred. If he wishes to frighten dukes, judges, or ministers, he can kindly do so somewhere else. He still owes me 3 silver for a broken shovel. Signed, Egan Harl, Keeper of the Garden.
all right. Is it possible do we see any of these like skulls if we were to like look around?
Yeah, you can start like looking around.
I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, make an investigation check as you're kind of doing some searching. I'd let Dirk, give the help action too.
Okay.
Or if Dirk's is better, he could roll too.
yeah, that's a -1 for 3. Or sorry, a natural 1 for 3.
Sorric rolled a 9.
You guys start kind of walking around some of the headstones, and you're looking. You kind of know what you're looking for at this point, but you don't actually find any. But when you Sorric, as you kind of get like further down that row of headstones that you're looking through, you kind of poke down and you read one of the headstones, and the headstone just starts laughing.
Terrifying.
That's it. The headstone itself starts laughing.
You think there's probably a skull somewhere nearby, but
Oh my gosh.
you're unable to find it at this point.
Wait, so they think that this might be Colm, the predecessor of Duke Grend, hiding laughing skulls throughout the cemetery?
Sorry.
I mean, it's hilarious. It's a fantastic prank, but are we sure that it's him and there's not something more sinister going on, especially considering, the very nature of death and the reaping? And, it does feel more like a prank than anything else, but it is creepy.
Yeah. Yeah, it just feels like a prank to me.
Okay, we can't get distracted by this, though. Again, we're looking around here for security reasons.
I think you're correct. To that end, I don't know if they have determined locations. Perhaps I can ask someone. I'm going to go over here and ask this pedal guard and ask him, have there been individuals who have predetermined where they would like each of the ducal retinues to be placed during the events of the funeral?
The guard kind of nods his head. He says, "Sir, yes. Mrs. Thale, Lady Thale, at the entrance. I believe she's orchestrating the procession. There will be sections for each of the three duchies, places for attendance and such, and then in the back there will be some space for some of the local lords and ladies. Once the procession gets to this point, if my understanding is correct, none of the public will be allowed in except for those either directly related to the deceased or those of a high enough status and affiliated with the duchies. So yes, there will be sections. You would have to speak with the Lady Thale over there if you'd like to know more.
The Lady Thale. Where's she at?
Oh, she's speaking with groundskeeper Harl.
Okay. I will speak with her then. Sorric will make his way back to have a chat with her really quickly.
Okay. You approach, and at this point, the groundskeeper is kind of frustrated, and he kind of like tears down the note that's on the that's like pasted to the pillar that's next to you guys, and he says, "Fine, I'll remove them all. But if Colm tries to get in this graveyard before the procession, I'll have his skin." And he kind of stomps off away.
Ooh, that was intense. Skin? Wow.
Interesting.
The Lady Thale, I'll describe her properly now that you're getting right up next to her and chatting with her. She's kind of a plump gnome, got like a very friendly face, very round face. Her hair is pulled up.
She
into
seems
like
pleasant to me.
Yeah, just kind of very pleasant, very nice, like demeanor. She was very frustrated in that last conversation. She's a little bit flustered. Some of the hair is like escaping her, the bun on her head. So it's got kind of like wisps going in different directions. She's dressed in black currently. The token doesn't have her in black. She's dressed in black. She does have a veil, but it's not over her face at this point. She turns to you and she says, how can I help you? Are you the caterers or
No.
Who are you?
No. We're with Duke Gren's retinue. We just were curious if there was a location that we should anticipate to escort the Duke to when the time comes.
Yes, I do have, there will be sections cordoned off. Follow me this way. And she kind of like walks, like there's a row of bushes and a fountain. She kind of walks around the fountain to the side. She kind of points to the larger of the mausoleums. She says, "This is the House Narravethis mausoleum. This is where the former king, will be interred." And she motions to the fountain. She says, "The dukes, the three dukes, I guess, will be posted kind of in this grassy area here with their retinues. And then anybody from the different noble houses of the city, they'll be on the cobblestones just to the south of us here. At least that's the plan for right now. I hope to get seating in place, but we'll see. We'll see how everything unfolds. Although the caterers were supposed to meet me here, where after the procession, we'll be walking as a group back to the petaled throne, and we'll have a meal there in the manor on the grounds.
Dirk is looking at this fountain. It looks like there's a statue of a woman kind of maybe praying or with hands together. He's taking a look at this fountain and trying to see if he recognizes who this is supposed to be depicting.
Yeah, make a religion check.
Ooh, +4. And it's a 7. You know what? I'm going to take a calming breath and try real hard. That's a 10. Just a 10.
It's not a hard check to make.
So did I pass?
As you look at the statue, you see some of the iconography of Caliph. At this woman's hip is a scabbard with no sword in it. But then as you look in the fountain itself, you see some stylized swords made out of brass are buried in the fountain. So in the water, it's supposed to represent the story of her burying her blade and then stepping away from that part of her life, if you will. And so lots of motifs of Caliph, the sword sworn.
And this would be Caliph. This is prior to her ascension.
This would be prior to her ascension, yes.
Is there anything else that, Dirk, you think that we ought to look into while we're here? Or is it time for us to maybe rendezvous back with Echo and Nora?
Honestly, nothing here seems overly concerning. I think we should hurry to the Temple District.
Okay, I agree. All right, I think start heading that way.
As we're leaving, though, Dirk will kind of just say, "Hey, I'm really sorry. I hear Colm's giving you guys trouble. That guy, what a character, right?"
Oh, yes. Don't wander too far off of the main path. You're in for quite a fright. It's, I don't know. Levity's nice and all, but...
I think Sorric would turn back and just maybe ask, is there any idea of where the former Duke Colms is these days? I assume he must be close by.
He has an estate in Breckenfold. I don't believe he lives in the city, but he comes to some gatherings. He's quite the character at a party. He's mostly harmless.
You're a good sport. I'm sorry for any frustration he may be causing you or your groundspeople.
It's quite all right. It's part of the job. I'm just glad that I can help out my sister.
Your sister?
The lady Nareth. Oh, sorry. Sister-in-law, technically. I married her brother.
Oh, I understand. Thank you for your assistance with all of this and condolences for everything that's happening for everything that's happening these days.
Yes. Yeah, I appreciate that. And give word to your Duke. He's always welcome at the Thale House whenever he needs.
That is much appreciated. Thank you.
Good day. We'll see you soon.
Good day. And he'll kind of bow and then turn and go.
Yeah, she'll offer a curtsy. I think with that, we're going to go back to the ivy-bound altar to check back in on Nora, Echo, Sharn, Maris, Harla, and all of the other people there.
It's turned into straight up a girls' day.
And the girls say and the Thorn Maiden.
Yeah, I was going to say, and the Thorn Maiden.
And the Thorn Maiden. as you guys round the corner, so back on the grounds, kind of looking at the architecture. As you round the corner, Maris gives your hand one last squeeze, and then when you move into kind of the more open space, she lets go of your hand.
Oh.
And that's why buttresses are super important.
Sorry, but what?
You heard me.
I believe she said butt dresses are super important, like mini skirts and things like that.
I always thought I thought that part was called the bustle, but yeah, butt dress makes sense.
It's a little more concise.
I appreciate that you were admiring the architecture. I know our temple isn't quite as nice as the Sanctuary of Steel Tongues, but it suits our needs perfectly. So I appreciate you showing some humility and taking in the scenes. Come with me this way. And she beckons you to follow her into the building.
Echo is going to stay close to Maris and kind of catch her up on why we are visiting the Solirans.
Okay. Sharn will follow closely behind Harla. Okay, so she opens this door to this first room, and on the north side, so the room that you enter, I described it briefly a little bit ago, but it's kind of like a sparsely decorated, very utilitarian space. There's no bunks in here that you see. It's a long hallway, and it looks like there's two rooms in this portion of the building. The first one she opens the door to leads to kind of like a sitting area with some bookshelves, and sitting in a chair in this sitting area that she kind of leads you to is a man. He's got kind of more salt than pepper hair, so it's getting more gray than it is black and gray. He's got kind of a neatly trimmed goatee. He's wearing the same color and almost the same style of robes as Harla. He's got the same sash as well, with the white and the motif of ivy and scales. On his arms, he has tied cords that look very familiar. And he also has, intermixed in the cords, some of the ivy from the grounds. He has just kind of wrapped around his forearms. He's sitting in a chair, and Harla kind of walks up to him. It's sitting in a chair. This is kind of a long, narrow room. It's only 10 feet wide by 5 feet. 10 feet wide by 30 feet long, and there's only chairs on one end of the room. The other end of the room has vials and bottles and ingredients, all sorts of random magical supplies, if you will, and then books on the opposite side of the room. The Thorn Maiden is sitting in a chair. Harla kind of stands kind of to the side, and she sits on the arm of the chair and puts an arm around him. And she introduces you all to the Thorn Maiden. She says, Ilawan, this is Chanter Nora that we've heard about, and she's accompanied by Sharn, Echo, and wait a minute, there weren't.
I was gonna say she's being so chill about the fact that we ran into an alley and came back with an extra person.
There weren't 2 orcs. There weren't 3 orcs before. It was 2.
No, we called in reinforcements. To be honest, I was quite scared after my ordeal this morning, so I hope you don't mind, but we called in an extra hand.
Quite right. I completely understand. If you'd like, I can have one of our Scalesworn prepare some salves and potions for you if you're still feeling a little unwell.
Oh, I appreciate it. I'm actually feeling quite better now. Everything was taken care of at the battlefield, but I appreciate it.
Got it. Well, Ilawan, they have some inquiries about Rose Arbiters. You think you might be better able to answer their questions than I. I never, she kind of turns to the group. She says, I was never a Rose Arbiter myself, so I'm not as familiar with their practices. So I'll leave to my husband to answer these questions for you. The Thorn Maiden Elawan, he nods his head and he says, yes. Think of it like two different sects of the followers of Celira. Were related, but not entirely the same. I used to be a Rose Arbiter. They are traveling judges, if you will. They go from small town to small town, settling disputes, preaching, and just helping wherever they go. We keep these. He kind of looks at the beads kind of wrapped around his arms. As we keep these as a token of the judgments and the help that we do to people as we travel. So what seems to be your questions? What would you like to know about the Rose Arbiters?
Well, honestly, that was a great place to start. Your remembrances, those ropes, do they have a way to be read as far as, we judge this, do this for that, or?
I don't know what you mean by read. Typically we, when we're learning and getting inducted into the faith, we will make these by hand, and we chant different prayers, and we recite different things as we're making these cords, and then we tie knots and we affix beads to them as we settle disputes. So the more beads that you see on someone, and the more knots that you see in someone's cords, the more that they've helped people resolve their differences.
I see. They don't necessarily tell the story of, this many beads in this color means I judged a murder trial versus, just going in and giving somebody a high five.
Well, it's typically not high fives that you would tie a knot or put a bead on, but I have known some that might carve different mementos into the beads as they want to remember a specific bead for a specific instance. That was something that I never did myself. What's your interest in the Rose Arbiters?
We found some cords that look like the ones you're wearing, and they seem to be affiliated maybe with the reapings that have been going on. We found this one, and Echo's going to pull out the first one outside of Arndell before the reaping happened there. And then this one, she's going to pull out the second one and the bag that had the crushed beads in it as well.
Yeah.
On a man, I think his name was Arendiel. And he seemed like he was pretty high up affiliated with the peace peddlers that have been around. And they both seem to have messages in them, alluding to things that, I guess they could be about a number of things, but they seem kind of reaping adjacent.
Yeah, that's the part of why I asked if you could read your stories. I thought that maybe that they were using these beads duplicitously.
I'm not familiar with these beads being used as a form of writing messages. We are typically taught. Some of the acolytes, they'll pass notes, if you will, on their cords, but that's not it's not a standard practice. May I take a look?
Yeah, of course.
He takes one from you, and he looks at it and he says, this takes me back. This is the same knot patterns that we would pass messages to each other on these cords.
So you can read them.
Yes, but I have to be clear. This is not something that we do as far as like an official capacity. It's just a bored acolytes passing notes when they're supposed to be chanting sort of thing. I have never seen it done as a way to pass messages between groups. If someone among the peace peddlers has these, then they must have at one point in time been a Rose Arbiter.
When we found multiple pairs, it's not easy to get these, is what you're saying. Like, they're not something you just hand out to casual churchgoers.
No, they're not easy to get. In fact, here I have a book that I can loan you about this.
Hell yeah, handouts.
More books.
So he goes and he grabs a book called The Tradition of the Rose Arbiters, 3rd edition. No symbol of the Rose Arbiter is held in greater reverence than the prayer cord. Each cord is woven by hand within the Arbiter Abbey in Raveloon. Every knot is tied while reciting one of Celira's 33 living vows, beginning with, "May I be weighed before I weigh another." Only after the final prayer is spoken is the cord placed before the lady's scales and declared fit to wear. Rose Arbiters keep the cord wrapped around their hand or wrist during judgments. Before every verdict, they pass each knot through their fingers as a reminder of that justice belongs to the vow, not to the one speaking it. A judge who trusts memory more than the cord is said to have already tipped the scales. It is customary for every Rose Arbiter to tie one new knot after presiding over their first rightful judgment. No two cords remain alike for long, for each becomes a record of a life spent weighing truth, mercy, and law. When an arbiter dies, their cord is burned beneath the ivy garden of the abbey. The ashes are scattered among the roots so that every vow returns to Celira. It is said that the ivy grows thickest where the most faithful judges are laid to rest. The abbey has long served as the center of instruction for Rose Arbiters across the kingdom. Novices, judges, rulers, and even kings have traveled there to study the living vows before taking positions of authority. The oldest vow ledgers, records of judgments, and surviving cords of legendary arbiters are kept within its archives.
So some of these cords have been buried in the cemetery that's nearby.
Oh, no. This is in Raveloon. It's some distance away. There's no the Rose Arbiters don't have a proper temple. They get trained and brought up in an abbey, and then they just go off into the world.
So you aren't familiar with one named Erendiel, or one that maybe had some scars on his face?
There was a fire at the abbey in Raveloon some 10 years ago. But that's I'm not familiar with any Rose Arbiter that is scarred. There were a few people that passed away in the fire.
None of them that were injured?
Not that I'm aware of. This happened after I had stepped away. I met my wife here, and I decided to settle, but I still wanted to worship Celira, so I transitioned over to serving in the more traditional sect of the Celiran clergy.
Would the temple keep records, though, of all the way back to then? Like, if we wrote them, you think they'd know maybe the names of the folks who were there when the fire happened?
Yeah, I'm sure you could write them a letter. I mean, if you're looking for specific chords that they have on file, you may be able to go and visit them yourself. I don't know how pressing this thing is that you're researching. If it's to do with the peace peddlers and reapings, you say, it may be worth going and visiting there in person. I can present papers or write a letter of introduction for you, Chanter, if you need.
Oh, yes, I think that would be definitely worthwhile. I think we'd like to see, I don't know, maybe if there's any ropes that are missing.
Yes, I haven't been back in quite some time, but But many years of my youth were spent in those halls.
There's one other matter, maybe. Not to speak out of turn, Nora, but have you heard any rumors of those in your sect, having prophetic dreams about Silira being reaped or forgotten?
Make an insight check. When you say that, Harla kind of steps past up to Nora, because Nora's kind of standing by the door, and she pulls the door shut and then sits down in the chair next to her husband, and not on the armrest. What did you guys get for your insight checks?
Echo got 12.
Nora got a 16.
As Harla gets up and closes the door, she and Elawan exchange like a very tense look at each other. And she sits down and she says, I guess if you knew Darren, perhaps you knew of what's going on. We have all here been having nightmares of forgetting Our Lady, Silira. I don't think it possible that a goddess could be forgotten.
I'm going to tell you right now, and Nora's going to lean over and put her hand on there and say, as someone who remembers, I can tell you it is possible. These are prophetic. How long has this been happening?
Elawan kind of turns to Harla and he says, I knew it. I knew we couldn't take this lightly. And Harla kind of stammers a little. She says, shh, quiet. Let's hear what she has to say. I think these dreams started a few months ago. Darren, that you asked about earlier, he said that he'd been having them for quite some time.
And what happened to Darren? He was the one who passed last night, correct?
Yes, Darren passed last night. If it were anyone, she kind of looks at the three orcs in the room, not because you're orcs, but because you're not priests or priestesses. She says, Chanter, I tell you this in confidence. Darren took his own life last night.
That's not surprising. I've heard that there's been a huge weight around the town.
I choose to remember him for the man that he was before all of these dreams. Elawan clears his throat and he says, I think that Darren wanted to make sure she's still there in the Endless City. I don't think he did this out of cowardice or out of I know this was not done lightly. That is not something that anyone does lightly. But I've known Darren for years. I think he did this because he wanted to make sure that she, Our Lady, is still in the Endless City. Harla puts a hand on his shoulder, and the two of them get very quiet. And you see that Elawan is kind of dabbing at some tears that are forming on his cheek. And Harla says, I know we both cared very deeply about him. We've chosen not to tell the others the circumstances of his passing. We fear that it may cause more sadness. There is tension here among all of the followers because we all have these nightmares.
Well, maybe Darren's gonna go into the Eternal City and save all of the gods, honestly, because I can tell you that I believe this has happened before, a god for being forgotten. And if there's prophetic dreams about another one, then I don't think it would be the last.
Both Sharn and Maris are like dumbfounded. Both of them are staring at you, Nora, and like amazed at what you're saying as well. just like shock on their faces. Both of them have just like incredulous expressions as you're talking. Harla recovers first from this revelation, and she says, what kind of deity was it?
To be honest, I'm not sure there's much I can tell you, except that I believe it was a forsworn, but still a god.
Forsworn?
Yes.
If whatever is happening both to the Forsworn, what could be doing this?
I mean, it's also happening to humans, so I think it's really being attacked on all fronts.
Thornmaiden Elawan, he nods his head and he says, "This is truly troubling. I wouldn't even know where to start investigating or trying to help with something like this, but if you, Chanter, have been blessed with this gift, maybe you are the only one that can fight against this tide of reaping, this tide of forgetting."
Me and Darren, am I right?
Harla kind of grimaces a little when you say that, but Elawan, he nods his head and he says, I think that's how I want to remember him, choosing to go and help where he can.
And we'll help where we can. I feel like now that we know everyone are having these dreams, it at least gives us a focus, a place to look. I don't know what I can do, but I promise you that I am investigating.
I think you should go to the Arbiter's Abbey in Ravaloon. You may find more answers there.
Oh, sorry. I was just going to ask, Ravaloon is where we are from, correct? Or where, like,
Yes.
the Duke is from, right?
Yeah.
Like, where we
Mhm.
traveled from. Okay.
Now, the Abbey is not in any major city. It's kind of off the beaten path. It's quite a ways, a couple weeks journey, but not too arduous to get there.
I mean, with the scale of the reaping that just happened, I don't know if we have a few weeks.
I think we'll have to see if we can get through the day. Honestly, this funeral, I don't know. I'm cautious about it. Not optimistic.
Yes, the sermon that one of our Scalesworn offered earlier today was about getting through the day. If there is any way that we can help you in your inquiries into this, please reach out. Let us know.
We will. And if maybe you could, I mean, I hope we can get over to Ravaloon in person soon. But if you could even write to that temple and ask them if they have those records of the fire and the people who were killed and the people who were there, I think those would be beneficial for us to have.
Yes, I will put together something. I will make a sending to the clergy there, and I will also, if you need, write up some letters of introduction for you.
I appreciate it. Thank you, Thorn Maiden.
Of course. Thank you, Chanter. May Mirren continue to bless you in your travels.
Praise be her.
I think that is a great place to stop for tonight.
Oof. This was a heavy episode. We had some confrontations. We had some.
Yeah.
There was some cute flirting, and there was some funny pranks having to do with painted skulls that laughed at us for some reason.
Yeah.
I immediately got Haunted Mansion vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As we approach for the procession, I'm going to warn the Duke to beware of hitchhiking ghosts.
Yes.
Well, thanks for listening, everybody. Again, we just love that you love our show. I'm not even going to do the other pitches. Until next time, we hope you have a great time.
Woo! Love you guys.